I had managed to avoid most of them, but near the end of our long session I started to tire, and one of those huge punches slipped past my gloves and caught me square on the face, dazing me. My nose is now swollen and purple, the bruising spreading to the area under my left eye. I touch my upper cheek, and though it's tender, I know it won't be enough to get me out of sparring again today. After a quick breakfast, devoid of any of the flavors and fats and sugars that make waking up tolerable, but that I have to deny myself now that I'm officially in training, I fill my gigantic gym bag, which still smells sour and sweaty from the night before, with 3 white t-shirts, an extra pair of gray running shorts, a pair of small mixed martial arts gloves, a pair of larger boxing gloves, a pair of kickboxing shin guards, a pair of bright red hand wraps to make a single thumping unit of my fists and prevent my fingers and wrists from breaking upon impact with another human's skull, a state-of-the-art form-fitted mouthpiece to protect my skull from the impact of another human's fists and shins, a jockstrap and protective cup, an enormous water bottle, and 3 towels. I throw the heavy bag over my sore shoulder and head out into the bright, muggy Brooklyn morning. My walk to the subway station is long and goes entirely by way of a treeless street, and by the time I get there, my shirt is soaked through. The subway car, of course, is freezing cold, sending a chill up my sweat-lined back, and after a 20-minute ride, I have another long walk, this time through a park in Greenpoint, a Polish enclave at the northwestern tip of Brooklyn, long under siege from artists and musicians and other young people from neighboring Williamsburg. But no one, not Poles or hipsters, is in the park as I walk through. It's too early, and too hot. Only mad dogs and the obsessed are on the streets this morning. I walk into the gym and feel a familiar despondency. The great cavernous room, a converted 3,000-square-foot 2-story warehouse covered in thick mats and lined with punching bags, isn't air-conditioned, and it's 10 degrees hotter inside than it is out. As a result, the room is nearly empty. Just a few students in judo gis learning to throw each other to the ground as part of a Brazilian jiu-jitsu class in the far corner, and 1 or 2 kickboxers punching the heavy bags that hang next to the boxing ring. Otherwise, the gym is uncharacteristically silent. No shouts from instructors, no hip-hop music blasting from the large speakers that hang in every corner. After dropping my bag from my aching shoulder with a groan, I lie down on one of the mats lining the floor and close my eyes. I can feel the residue of the whiskey and the fights from the night before overwhelming me. My nose throbs. My stomach is tentative. My head is foggy. All my muscles and joints seem tender. I could sleep right here. Maybe Anthony won't show up, I think. Maybe I'm off the hook. I let myself drift off for a happy moment. No, Anthony will be here. Anthony would never back out of a sparring session. I need to get myself together. Despite having trained for less time than I have, Anthony has already fought 3 amateur mixed martial arts fights, and he trains with the zeal of the newly converted. At the gym for hours every day, long runs over the Brooklyn Bridge and back, God only knows what kind of Byzantine dietary regimen he follows, or how rarely he allows himself to be hungover. Meanwhile, I'm 40 years old, given to bouts of extreme physical degradation, and in training for only my first fight. Still, I have an advantage. For all his devotion, Anthony is small, probably 4 inches shorter and 20 pounds lighter than I am. And while it's important as a fighter to have skill, tenacity, athleticism, bravery, endurance, health, and luck in the cage, size is destiny. The fact that I routinely beat Anthony when we spar says nothing about Anthony or me, and everything about the cold realities of anatomy. He can hit me all he wants, I tell myself, and I will be fine. In fighting, you can't put a price tag on that kind of unearned biological confidence. Generally, my rounds with Anthony unfold in accordance with the laws of physics, force equals mass times acceleration, and tradition. I keep him far away with my jabs and my kicks, while he uses his speed to try and get in close, speed being the consolation nature grants smaller fighters. I poke at him, he rushes at me. We've been doing this dance for years. Today, though, something is different.